Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on Live 3 music. Welcome and thank you for stopping by. Well, I trust you enjoyed the little 2 video series I did on ABBA when I looked at firstly the song Honey Honey and then the iconic song The Winner Takes It All. And as I talked about last time, we're going from pop perfection to hard rock Australian royalty. In fact, that little piece of music that I play at the beginning of each video, that's kind of a bit misleading today because this song is far from serene and far from tranquil and far from peaceful. But there's still something we can reflect about in this song today. And when I talk about hard rock Australian royalty, the band that I'm talking about is ACDC. ACDC. They are an absolutely massive force of nature, these guys. And they have been doing this for a long, long time now. And the song I wanted to look at today, I remember when I heard this song, I was absolutely blown away by how awesome the guitar work is in this piece. It's absolutely phenomenal, the work that Angus Young puts into this particular song. In fact, all of them really combine to create just a masterpiece of a hard rock song. It's the song Thunderstruck, and Thunderstruck came off Razor's Edge, which was released in 1990, and it's their 12th album. So they've been doing this for a long time and have really perfected their sound. Of course, ACDC have had an interesting history when the original singer Bon Scott died, and I suppose any band that loses their lead singer like that will have an impact on them. But then he was replaced by Brian Johnson, and I think, he has certainly taken up the mantle. But what is so iconic about ACDC is just their absolute power. They're absolutely rocking songs that you can't help but not move to. They are an amazingly hard rock act. And I suppose, you don't get to be this good without an incredible amount of self-belief. You have to be absolutely assured and absolutely confident in your ability to be able to pull off what they do. And I'll talk about their live performance in a minute. And I think about human nature. I think, maybe we tend to be perhaps a little bit, I don't want to draw too much attention to myself. I prefer just to fly under the radar a little bit. I don't want to seem bigger than I am. But you know what? Sometimes in this world, I think we need to leave behind that feeling a little bit. Because sometimes we do need to push a bit. Now, we don't push from the aspect of not having anything there to push from. We've got to have something there to push from. We've got to have an absolute undeniable belief in ourselves to be able to push in that way. And I suppose really what we're saying when we do this is we're saying, well, look, I have absolute confidence in what I'm doing, and I can almost fly a little bit with this confidence, because I know that if I do push, I may push into uncharted territory. I may push into places I'm not aware of, places that even become out of control. But because I'm so sure of my ability, I can do that, and I can trust myself when I get there. It's this thing called risk. Now, the world is full of people that have risked and have actually found success. If we think of probably the most tangible example would be man going to the moon. I mean, how did we even know that maths was going to apply when you were trying to work out how to land on a rock in space? How did we actually know that? Well, we didn't know for sure. We just went with what we knew and we risked. And as the sums and the numbers got produced and the equations got worked out, it started to make sense. We may not have known at the beginning what the answers were going to be, but as we progressed through, the answers became real, and we became absolutely confident and assured that we could send someone to the moon and bring them back safely. We could have said at the start, oh look, we don't know everything, we don't know it all right now, so it's just too hard, so let's just ignore it. How often do we, and I include myself in this, give up because we don't know all the facts beforehand? Sometimes we have to take a leap of faith and we have to trust ourselves if we've got what it takes to actually run with something. I remember hearing it said once that when a baby eagle learns to fly, and we all know how majestic and wonderful and graceful eagles are, they don't actually flap their wings much. They know the currents, they know the various ways the breezes goes, and they just glide and soar on those breezes, and absolutely a majestic sight. But when a young eagle learns to fly, do you think the mum says, well, look, now just follow me and you'll be right. This is how you flap your wings and this is what you do? No. Basically, the nest is tipped over and the baby falls out and it learns to fly very, very quickly. Now, the parents just know that will happen. They have never tried them out to see whether it all will work. They just know that it will happen because eagles are eagles. They are majestic and they are amazing creatures. And I believe maybe sometimes we just need to be tipped out the nest. We've done enough preparation, we've done enough organisation, and we just need to fly. And the great thing about eagles, as I've already said, is that they soar on the breezes, they soar on the winds. They don't have to try hard because they know who they are and they know what they're capable of. So often we go from this place of having to plan everything and organise everything to there becomes elements where we get into having to decide things on the spot, decide things on the run, decide things as we go. It's amazing how our brains have the ability to innovate and be creative when they absolutely have to be. And I think that's what happens. We may not know all the steps now, but as we progress and as we proceed, those steps will be filled in. But we've got to make the start. We've got to push not only the world, but we have to push ourselves to take these steps. And that's what being thunderstruck, which is what the song's talking about, is all about, I'm believing. It's leaving your comfort zone behind and actually going for it, really, really going for it. Sometimes we need to do that stuff. We need just to let go and to see what happens. That's what makes this song so compelling. And if you think about ACDC, I suppose they were formed by Malcolm and Angus Young, the two brothers, Angus on lead guitar and his brother Malcolm on rhythm. Now, unfortunately, Malcolm Young's no longer with us. He did die a little while back, and my absolute condolences and sincere wishes to the Young family, particularly Angus and the rest of the family. But they didn't know what ACDC was going to be. They just knew they wanted to be one of the biggest rock bands in the world. And Sure enough, they are. You've just got to look at this concert, and I might as well talk about this clip now. The crowd is absolutely jumping up and down. They are pumped. The minute you hear the thunder, thunder, everyone's just shaking their fists in the air. They're really getting into it. They are singing ACDC. How cool is that? They are getting swept away by the moment. And this particular performance is overseas somewhere. The audience is absolutely pumped here. And these guys are absolutely rocking it out. I tell you what, one of the most compelling parts of this song Thunderstruck is Angus's guitar work. That riff that he does, there has never been anything quite like it. The way the song starts, he keeps that riff going for about 1 minute and 36 seconds. Constant, in time, does not miss a beat for 1 minute and 36 seconds. That is a sign of a true guitar master. And the fact that at the end of the song, he slows that riff down. Anyone can play stuff fast, but be able to play it, to be able to slow it down and work it out is an absolutely a sign of an incredible guitarist. And so we see the guys absolutely rocking it out here. Just see the way that Brian Johnson walks out onto that catwalk and just pumps to the crowd. He's absolutely confident in what he's doing. He's absolutely confident in the powerhouse band that is backing him as well. And there's a bit where there's some horns. I'm not quite sure about horns. I think, you know, we as human beings don't know everything. And who knows if there is an after, you know, we're playing with fire, with that sort of stuff. If the devil is real, I wouldn't want to be aligned with him. It's just, you know, he's scary. And sometimes I think we forget that if there is a devil, he's probably not a very nice guy. So it's probably not good to be aligned in that sort of space. I suppose ACDC does kind of have this alignment a little bit, but I suppose for me the song Thunderstruck really does, apart from the incredible guitar playing in this song, it does align itself with this fact that we want to push, we want to be the best there can be, and sometimes we need to have a mindset that wants to do that, and that's what this song Thunderstruck encourages us all to do. It is an exciting thing to push ourselves, an exciting thing to go into the unknown, but with confidence. That's the difference. So please be encouraged in your journey. If you're wanting to take steps, take them, because you're well and truly good enough to take those steps. So as I've talked about today, we've got a live clip of Thunderstruck with the guys playing it and rocking it out so well. I've got a couple of other clips too I thought I'd put in there. We've got these guys called the Two Cellos. Now they do their own, put their own spin on this song Thunderstruck, and you know there's something quite compelling about seeing these two absolutely rocking out Thunderstruck to a shocked crowd, let's just call it that. So I endorse that one to you as well. And I also, I suppose, just wanted to look a little bit at what Angus Young is playing here with his guitar. And so I just found this really, really cool clip of this guy just showing the guitar work in a little bit more detail. And you can just see how incredibly intricate Angus's playing is here. So I think we need to give due credit to him for creating this guitar masterpiece. So those three clips are there, and it may seem a bit strange, but I've also put the commentary to my last song, which was ABBA and The Winner Takes It All. I mean, you couldn't get two further songs further apart if you tried, but if you do want to go back and look at that one, because we talked about winners and losers in that song, so that's a good one. Feel free to do that one as well. So if you like this video, please give it the thumbs up and subscribe. I'd love to get some more subscribers on this channel. So, you know, if you want to subscribe, that would be absolutely fantastic. And if you like, if you want to select the bell and get notifications, I post about 2 to 3 times a week. So that's it for today. Next time we're going from Australia to the US with the band Aerosmith, Steve Tyler and the boys, with an absolutely classic from their first album. So until next time, I catch you around.